Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a really cool new invention to show you. Check this out. I now have full access to open and close the shade on my RV door. This is really neat. If you own an RV that was made in the last 10 years and it has a window with a shade on it, you know this exact struggle, because without this new invention, in order to get access to your shade, you have to awkwardly open up your RV door, release the screen door, and try to reach up in there and get it, or hang outside on your steps in order to close and open your door's RV shade. But now, with this new invention, you can easily get access to it without opening and closing your door. This is really neat. Guys, this is the Easy Peasy Access Screen from Easy Peasy RV Solutions. It's made in the USA, patent pending, and basically it's a zipper sewn into standard fiberglass screen material. So it replaces the upper screen panel of your standard RV door. And you know, I always have a lot of respect for inventors, because it's hard enough to design a product, but then to actually bring it to market successfully. And this is the kind of problem that I think we can all relate to as RVers, especially if you have a window on your door with a shade. This is something that we've all run into. And to see an inventor design and develop a solution, such a simple solution, to this common problem that we face as RVers, I think it's commendable. I mean, essentially, this solution right here eliminates a pain point, a point of friction that we face as RVers on almost a daily basis. Now, here on my Brinkley fifth wheel, I have a 30-inch standard RV door. That's a nominal size, by the way. To get that, I open up my RV door and I'm measuring the actual frame dimensions, rounding up slightly, and that's where I get that 30 inches from. The actual screen material that's visible here, that's about 27 inches. But again, this is a 30-inch nominal RV door. Height-wise, I've got about 34 3/4 inches of screen material. This product's going to be offered in a 28, 30-inch, and 32-inch door. Again, those are nominal sizes, so measure the actual framed opening. And like I said, this panel replaces the entire upper screen of your RV screen door. And so let's talk about the install details. Now, this is going to vary a little bit from RV to RV. My RV from the factory came with some additional Lippert accessories like the Lippert screen defender and the Lippert screen shot that closes the screen door automatically. So in order to remove my screen door from the RV, I had to first get those accessories off. So again, that's going to vary based on your RV. But once I got those accessories off, then I just removed the 6 sheet metal screws that attach my screen door to the hinges. And that way I can get the entire screen door off my RV, lay it flat. By the way, guys, I did this install several times. The first time I made a big mistake and I installed the screen backwards. So I trapped the zipper handles between the screen panel and my RV door. So don't do what I did. Make sure you get the zipper handles the proper orientation so that you can get to them from inside your RV. Now guys, one thing I learned during this install is it really helps to have someone or something hold the new screen material in place. The first time I did it solo, and honestly it was kind of frustrating trying to get everything aligned properly. I was just running out of hands and fingers. So the second time I had a second set of hands, a helper, and that worked out nicely. But then I also tried using little alligator clips, little clamps, and basically it was like having a couple dozen, fingers holding the screen material in place all the way around the perimeter. And that really worked the best. And so I'll put a link to these clamps down below if you don't have some similar, but it really just helps get everything aligned properly and hold the screen material in place. And then as far as the install technique goes, this is not proprietary to the RV world. It's the exact same screen install technique that you would use on your house if you've ever repaired or replaced screens. I know I had a screen porch a few years back where I replaced and repaired a bunch of screens that were torn, and it's the exact same technique here on the RV. And so basically there's a screen spline material. Mine was the 0.175 inch diameter size, by the way. I imagine that could vary from RV to RV, but it's just the standard, Lippert screen that's supplied. And so I got some new spline material. Sometimes you can reuse the existing spline material, but it can get brittle. So depending on the age of your RV, and it also can stretch a little bit if you've already installed the spline and you're reinstalling it. So it's up to you, but I went ahead and got some fresh spline. And basically, once you get the screen aligned properly and you're happy with the position, you're basically just taking that spline and rolling it into the C channel, and it secures the screen material into that C channel. And the spline is basically just holding it in place. And so you're using a roller, a spline roller tool, and you're just pushing that spline gently into the C channel, and it locks the screen in place. And as that spline material gets pushed into the C channel, it's automatically stretching and tensioning the fiberglass screen material. So you don't have to stretch it super tight. I mean, I just had mine, snugged up all the way around the perimeter. And then as I pushed that spline in, it got everything nice and tight. I tried installing it a couple different ways. One time I tried unzipping the screen panel, and I do not recommend doing it that way because I think the risk to, over tighten the screen material if it's not zipped up while you're installing it. So I would not recommend doing it that way. Keep it zipped up, and that way it gets the proper tension all the way around the screen panel. And I'll just say this, it's not a difficult install, but I think it's one of those projects where you have to really take your time, especially if you're like me and you're a perfectionist and you want everything to be, nice and neat all the way around the perimeter. And so, yeah, I just took my time. Be extra careful with the spline tool that you're not, cutting up against the fiberglass screen mesh, because if you do, you can actually damage the screen mesh before it's actually installed. So make sure with the roller, you're just pushing on the spline and favoring the outside edge. So if the roller does come in contact with the screen, it's on the outside that's going to be cut after it's all pushed in. And I just took my time, went all the way around the screen, the corners. You got to use a little bit more force right there because the gap, that C channel, is a little bit narrow as it makes that bend around the corners. But I found just taking my time, not rushing, really that was the key to success with this project. And then once I got the spline inserted all the way around, of course, I trimmed the excess spline, and then I went over the spline one more time with the roller just to make sure it was, firmly in all the way around the perimeter of the screen. And then once I was happy with how it looked, then I came back with a razor and cut the excess screen material. Now, before you do that, like I said earlier, the first time I did this, I installed the screen panel backwards. And so the zipper was trapped on the inside of the door panel between the screen and the door. So make sure the zipper pulls are the right orientation. And the orientation might be different depending on your RV, but as you can see in my case, as I'm working on the screen door flat on my table, the spline is facing up, and that was oriented to the outside of my RV. And so the zipper pulls are basically facing down toward the table. So as I was working on this screen, getting it in, I saw the backside of the zipper. That's how it was for me. Again, double checking your situation to make sure you get that right. But once I got the Easy Access screen panel installed on my screen door, it was as easy as just reinstalling the screen door on my RV, and it's done. Now, let me real quickly give you my likes and dislikes on this product. My likes are very straightforward. I mean, this product absolutely solves the problem that as RVers we can all relate to, giving access to this shade right here. This is 100 times better than a static screen panel. And so I really like that a lot. It's just easy and simple, as the name implies. My only dislike, and it's not really a knock to the product itself, but it's the install. I do think the install could be a friction point for some people, especially if you've never done screen repair before, because there is some, time and technique involved to getting that spline in there compared to something that's just, plug and play where it just snaps in. So I found, again, just taking my time to make sure everything's lined up nice and straight. It almost reminds me of if you've ever installed a screen protector on a phone and you're getting all the bubbles out, and then you finish and you see a little fleck of dust trapped and you got to start over. And it's kind of similar here, because if you're too rough on the screen material with the roller, you could tear the fiberglass. And if you cut the screen material, then realize you didn't quite get it right, well, you got to start over. And so again, just take your time, and that way you can make sure it's done right. And folks, I always want to be thorough and constructive in my videos. The only other dislike I can think of that some folks may have is This is clearly a functional upgrade to give access to the shade. In other words, it's not about the visual aesthetics, the form. And I could see some folks saying, hey, you know, I'm losing a little bit of visibility out my screen with this thick black zipper. There's going to be some ripples and maybe a little bit of bunching with the screen material, just the way that the zipper bonds to the fiberglass screen material. But again, this is a functional upgrade to give access to the shade. So it's not really about the visual aesthetics, but I just wanted to point that out. In fact, do the Easy Peasy team a favor and let them know what you like and dislike about their product in the comments below. As I said earlier in the video, I have a lot of respect for inventors because it takes a lot of effort and time to design and bring a product like this to market. So let the team know what you like about their product and dislike. Now, in terms of getting your hands on one of these, right now it's only for sale on their website, so I'll include a link to that down below. Well, folks, I hope you found this video helpful. As always, thanks for watching.